It was a cold, quiet evening at the city's main bus station. Commuters hurried past, eager to escape the chilly night air, each focused on their own lives, their own destinations. The faint hum of buses arriving and departing filled the air, the city's rhythm never stopping, even as dusk turned to night. Among the hustle and bustle, a small cat sat alone by the corner of the bus stop, watching the crowds with wide, curious eyes. He had been there for hours, occasionally stretching his paws or gazing at the strangers passing by. It was clear to those who noticed him that he wasn't just resting. He seemed to be waiting, as if expecting someone to come back for him. But as the hours dragged on, no one came. The commuters who noticed him offered sympathetic glances, some even pausing for a moment before hurrying off to catch their rides. A few kind souls left small scraps of food or a gentle pat, but most simply didn't have the time to stop. The cat, though seemingly content, had a quiet look in his eyes that hinted at a deeper story, a sense of longing for something lost. As the night grew colder, a young woman named Emma arrived at the station, bundled up against the winter chill. She had just finished a long day at work and was exhausted, eager to catch the next bus home. As she made her way toward the bus stop, she noticed the cat sitting quietly by the corner, his gaze steady and focused on the street as though searching for a familiar face. Curiosity got the better of her, and she approached the cat, kneeling down to get a closer look. The cat's eyes met hers, and in that instant, she felt a pang of sympathy, sensing the loneliness behind his calm expression. "Hey there, little one," she whispered softly. "Are you waiting for someone?" The cat responded with a gentle meow, as if acknowledging her question. Emma reached out, gently scratching behind his ears. He leaned into her touch, his eyes closing momentarily, savoring the warmth of human contact. It was clear he was no stranger to kindness. He had likely once been someone's beloved pet. Emma glanced around, wondering if someone might claim him, but the bus stop was nearly empty, the last few commuters hurrying off into the night. She checked the cat's collar but found nothing to indicate an owner. Her heart ached at the thought of leaving him alone in the cold, abandoned at a busy station with no one to care for him. As she sat beside him, debating what to do, the cat began to purr, curling up next to her as if he had made his decision. Emma couldn't help but smile, feeling a strange but undeniable connection to this little creature who had been left behind. She felt a sense of responsibility, a pull to help him, to give him the love and care he seemed to so desperately need. Moments later, her bus arrived, the doors hissing open as the driver called for last passengers. Emma hesitated, glancing from the bus to the cat, her mind racing with the possibilities. She knew her life was already busy, filled with work and responsibilities, but something about the cat's quiet presence made her feel that she couldn't just walk away. With a deep breath, she scooped him up, cradling him gently in her arms. The cat didn't resist. Instead, he settled comfortably, his head resting against her shoulder, his purring growing louder as though he understood he was safe. Emma smiled, her heart swelling with a mix of relief and excitement. She boarded the bus, the cat nestled against her, feeling as though she had just taken the first step on a new journey. As they rode through the city, Emma thought about what the future might hold for them both. She had never planned on adopting a pet, but now, with this small, purring bundle in her arms, she felt a sense of purpose, a certainty that she had made the right decision. The cat's gentle demeanor filled her with hope, and she began to imagine the life they could build together, a life where he would never be left behind again. When they arrived at her apartment, Emma carefully carried him inside, setting him down gently as she prepared a small space for him with blankets and a dish of water. The cat explored his new surroundings with cautious curiosity, his eyes wide as he sniffed around, taking in the unfamiliar scents. Emma watched with a smile, feeling a warmth spread through her as she saw him begin to settle. She named him Leo, a name that felt fitting for his gentle yet brave spirit. Over the next few days, Leo adjusted to his new life with Emma, quickly forming a bond that neither of them had anticipated. He followed her around the apartment, his soft footsteps echoing through the quiet rooms, his presence a comforting reminder that she had made the right choice. Leo's resilience amazed Emma. Despite the unknowns he had faced, he adapted to his new life with grace, filling her days with companionship and joy. He would greet her with a gentle meow each morning, his bright eyes reflecting a sense of trust and affection that melted her heart. Emma found herself looking forward to each day, excited to return home to the cat who had entered her life so unexpectedly. As the weeks passed, Emma couldn't imagine life without Leo. Their bond deepened with every shared moment. Each playful chase around the apartment, each quiet evening curled up together on the couch. Leo had become her steadfast companion, a reminder of the beauty in unexpected connections and the power of simple acts of kindness. Their journey together had begun at a bus stop, a place where countless people had passed him by, but Emma knew that finding Leo had changed her life in ways she could never have predicted. The cat, who had once waited alone, was now part of a family, loved and cherished, with a future that was brighter than either of them could have imagined. As Emma and Leo settled into their new life together, the bond between them only grew stronger. Every day, Leo would greet Emma with a soft meow as she prepared for work, his presence a comforting start to her morning. He would sit by the window, watching her leave, his gaze following her until she disappeared from sight. Though he had once been left alone, Leo seemed to understand now that he was part of a family, one that would always return to him. Emma quickly realized that Leo's gentle nature and quiet resilience had brought a special kind of warmth to her life. She found herself smiling more, her days filled with a new sense of joy and purpose. In the evenings, after a long day, she would look forward to coming home to Leo's affectionate purrs and the way he would curl up beside her, his trust in her evident in every soft breath. One weekend, Emma decided to take Leo to the park. She had heard about a local event organized by an animal shelter, a small gathering meant to encourage pet adoption and raise awareness for animals in need. Curious and eager to spend time outdoors with Leo, she carefully placed him in a comfortable carrier, and they made their way to the park. The event was bustling with families, couples, and friends, all gathered to support the shelter's mission. Cats and dogs of all shapes and sizes were present, each with their own story, each waiting for someone to take them home. Emma looked around, feeling a pang of compassion for the animals who, like Leo, had once been alone. As they walked through the event, Leo's calm demeanor drew attention. People stopped to admire him, charmed by his quiet confidence and friendly gaze. Emma shared their story, explaining how she had found him at the bus stop and the unexpected bond they had formed. Her words resonated with many, and soon a small crowd gathered, captivated by the tale of the cat who had been left behind but had found a second chance. An organizer from the shelter approached, listening intently as Emma shared Leo's story. Moved by the way he had transformed her life, she suggested that Emma and Leo could volunteer together, helping to inspire others to adopt animals in need. Emma felt a spark of excitement at the idea, realizing that Leo's journey could become a source of hope for others. The shelter offered to train Leo as a therapy animal, an opportunity that could allow him to bring comfort to people facing their own struggles. Emma saw this as a chance for Leo to give back, to use his gentle spirit and calming presence to make a difference in others' lives. She agreed enthusiastically, feeling that it was a natural extension of the love and companionship they had found together. The training sessions began, and Leo took to his new role with grace. His calm disposition made him an ideal candidate, and his curiosity allowed him to adapt quickly to each new environment. Emma watched with pride as he learned to interact gently with others, his presence bringing smiles to the faces of those he met. As they began their work as volunteers, Emma and Leo visited hospitals, nursing homes, and community centers, where Leo's soft purrs and gentle gaze provided comfort to those in need. Patients would reach out to pet him, their expressions softening as they felt his warmth. For many, Leo was more than just a therapy animal. He was a symbol of hope, a reminder that even when life left you alone, there was always a chance for a new beginning. Emma felt fulfilled in ways she had never anticipated. She saw firsthand the joy Leo brought to others, the way his presence seemed to lift spirits and bring peace to those who needed it most. Each visit deepened her gratitude for the day she had found him at the bus stop, and she knew that their journey together was far from over. One day, while visiting a local children's hospital, Emma noticed a young boy sitting alone by the window, his expression distant. He seemed lost in thought, his small face reflecting a quiet sadness that tugged at her heart. She gently guided Leo over to him, hoping that her beloved companion might bring a smile to the boy's face. Leo approached slowly, his soft paws making no sound as he settled beside the boy, looking up with a curious yet gentle gaze. The boy glanced at him, a flicker of interest in his eyes, and hesitantly reached out to stroke Leo's fur. The cat responded with a soft purr, closing his eyes and leaning into the boy's touch. A smile broke through the boy's solemn expression, and he began to talk to Leo in a soft voice, sharing stories and secrets as if they were old friends. Emma watched with tears in her eyes, moved by the quiet connection between them. She knew then that Leo had a gift, a unique ability to bring comfort and joy to others, a gift that had emerged from his own experience of being left behind. From that day forward, Leo became a regular visitor at the children's hospital. The staff welcomed him warmly, grateful for the happiness he brought to the young patients. His gentle presence filled the halls with laughter and smiles, and his story became an inspiration to those who felt alone or forgotten. Leo's journey, once marked by loneliness, had transformed into one of hope, a story that resonated with everyone he met. For Emma, Leo had become much more than a pet. He was a partner in spreading kindness, a reminder of the power of resilience and the beauty of second chances. Together, they continued to visit those in need, sharing the love that had brought them together and helping others find their own paths to healing. Their story spread throughout the community, touching hearts and inspiring people to consider adoption and volunteerism. Leo had shown that even the smallest act of kindness, a simple decision to stop and help, could change lives in ways they could never imagine. And so, Emma and Leo continued their journey, partners in a mission that went beyond words. They had each found something precious in the other, a second chance, a sense of purpose, and the knowledge that they were never truly alone. Leo had been left behind once, but he would never be alone again, and the life he now shared with Emma was brighter and more beautiful than either of them could have ever imagined. As time passed, Leo's reputation spread beyond the city. Stories of the once abandoned cat who found a new purpose as a therapy animal inspired people from all walks of life. Emma often received letters and messages from individuals who had been touched by Leo's journey. They shared stories of their own rescues, tales of pets who had changed their lives, and words of gratitude for the work Emma and Leo were doing. The impact of Leo's journey inspired the animal shelter to expand its outreach programs, encouraging pet adoption and therapy animal training. Emma became involved with the shelter's mission, helping organize events and fundraisers aimed at supporting stray and abandoned animals. Leo often accompanied her, his calm presence drawing people in and reminding them of the difference a single act of compassion could make. One day, Emma was invited to speak at a regional conference on animal therapy, where she shared the story of finding Leo at the bus stop and the impact he had made as a therapy animal. Her words resonated deeply with the audience, and by the end of her presentation, there wasn't a dry eye in the room. She explained how Leo's journey had taught her the power of resilience and compassion, a lesson that extended far beyond their work with the shelter. After her talk, many attendees approached Emma, eager to meet Leo and express their gratitude for the work they were doing. Some of them had personal experiences with loss or loneliness, and they shared how much Leo's story had touched them, offering comfort and hope in difficult times. For Emma, it was deeply fulfilling to see how much Leo's journey continued to resonate with others. Leo, as always, accepted the attention with gentle grace. He moved from person to person, offering purrs and soft head nudges, as if he understood the healing his presence provided. Emma often marveled at his ability to connect with others so easily. It was as though he could sense when someone needed a comforting presence, offering his quiet companionship without hesitation. The shelter soon decided to create a special initiative in Leo's honor. Named the Leo Project, the program aimed to train and support therapy animals who could bring comfort to hospitals, nursing homes, and schools across the region. The project was designed to help animals like Leo find a new purpose, transforming their experiences of abandonment into a source of hope and healing. Emma and Leo were invited to attend the launch event, where they were honored for their contributions to the community. The ceremony was held at the very bus stop where Emma had first found Leo, a fitting tribute to the journey that had brought them together. The local news station covered the event, and the story of the Leo Project quickly spread, inspiring other cities to adopt similar initiatives. Emma felt a profound sense of pride as she watched Leo interact with those who had come to celebrate his legacy. She knew that their story had become something bigger than either of them, a message of love and resilience that would continue to inspire others for years to come. Leo had once been a small, lonely figure at a bus stop, waiting for someone to care. But now, he was a beloved symbol of hope, a reminder that even the most unexpected connections could change lives. As the event drew to a close, Emma took a moment to reflect on everything they had achieved together. She looked down at Leo, who was sitting contentedly by her side, his gaze calm and steady as he observed the people around them. She bent down, gently scratching behind his ears, feeling an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the day she had decided to bring him home. In the months that followed, the Leo Project grew, reaching communities far beyond their own. Therapy animals trained through the program brought comfort to countless people, their quiet, steady presence reminding everyone they met of the healing power of compassion. Many of the animals in the program had stories similar to Leo's. They, too, had once been left behind, but now they had found a new purpose, helping others find joy and peace. Emma continued to volunteer with the project, dedicating her time to the animals and people who had become part of her and Leo's extended family. Every time she saw a therapy animal connect with someone in need, she was reminded of the first time Leo had offered her his quiet companionship, the moment that had changed both of their lives. One afternoon, Emma received a letter from a young girl who had recently met Leo during one of their hospital visits. The girl wrote about how Leo's gentle presence had helped her feel brave during a difficult time, and she expressed her gratitude for the comfort he had brought. She included a drawing of Leo, his calm eyes and gentle expression captured in colorful crayon strokes. Emma felt a swell of pride and joy, knowing that Leo had once again made a difference in someone's life. Leo's impact continued to grow, his story touching hearts far and wide. People who heard about him were inspired to adopt animals in need, to volunteer their time, and to believe in the transformative power of love. The cat, who had once waited alone at a bus stop, had become a symbol of kindness, a testament to the resilience of animals and the beauty of second chances. Through every step of their journey, Emma and Leo remained inseparable, their bond stronger than ever. They had started as two lonely souls in a crowded city, each searching for connection, and had found something truly special in each other. Together, they had turned an ordinary act of kindness into a legacy that would endure, a story of love, compassion, and the magic of unexpected friendships. As they continued their work, Emma knew that Leo's story would live on, inspiring others to believe in the possibility of new beginnings. And for Leo, who had once been left behind, his future was now filled with purpose, his life a beautiful reminder of the power of love to heal, transform, and create lasting change. As the Leo Project continued to flourish, Emma and Leo's lives became richer and more fulfilling with each passing day. They were invited to events, fundraisers, and community gatherings where their story was shared as an inspiration for anyone who believed in second chances. Leo had transformed from a stray at a bus stop into a beloved ambassador of kindness. His journey proved that the simplest acts of compassion could create profound change. One spring afternoon, Emma received a call from a regional animal welfare organization that had heard about Leo's work. They wanted to honor him with an award for his contributions as a therapy animal and for inspiring the community to open their hearts to animals in need. The ceremony was scheduled for the following month, and Emma was touched by the recognition her beloved companion would receive. When the day of the ceremony arrived, Emma dressed Leo in a small, soft collar that had been custom-made with his name engraved on a delicate tag. As they entered the venue, they were met with warm applause from the crowd, and Emma couldn't help but feel a surge of pride for the journey that had brought them here. The speaker, a prominent advocate for animal welfare, shared Leo's story with the audience, describing his resilience and the positive impact he had made on so many lives. As Emma listened, memories flooded her mind. Of the night she found him alone at the bus stop, of their early days together, and of the countless times he had brought comfort and joy to others. Leo's story was no longer just a memory, it was a legacy, a message of hope that would inspire people far beyond their small town. When Emma and Leo were called to the stage, she felt a mix of excitement and humility. She knelt beside Leo, gently petting him as she accepted the award on his behalf. The crowd's applause was thunderous, and she could see the love and admiration in their faces. For Emma, this moment was a testament to the bond they shared, a celebration of the journey that had begun with an act of kindness at a bus stop. After the ceremony, guests lined up to meet Leo, each one eager to connect with the cat who had become a symbol of hope. Some brought small gifts, a soft blanket, a handmade collar, a bag of treats, each one a token of gratitude for the impact he had made. Emma watched with a full heart as Leo accepted each gesture with gentle grace, his calm demeanor a reminder of the quiet strength that had carried him through so much. That evening, as they returned home, Emma reflected on the incredible journey they had shared. Leo had brought so much more to her life than she could have ever imagined, and she was grateful for every moment they had spent together. She knew that, in many ways, Leo had been a gift to her as much as he was to those he helped. Through him, she had learned about resilience, the power of love, and the beauty of creating change in the world. Inspired by the ceremony and the recognition Leo had received, Emma decided to expand her involvement with the Leo Project. She began organizing outreach programs that connected more therapy animals with schools, hospitals, and care homes, sharing Leo's story as a way to encourage others to adopt and support animals in need. Her work brought her into contact with people from all backgrounds, each touched by the kindness and patience that animals like Leo could offer. Emma and Leo continued to visit the children's hospital regularly, and Leo quickly became a favorite among the young patients. His gentle presence brought comfort to children facing difficult treatments, his purring a soothing reminder that they were not alone. Nurses and doctors noted the positive effect he had on the children's spirits, and soon Leo became an honorary member of the hospital staff. His visits something the children looked forward to with eager anticipation. One day, during one of their visits, Emma noticed a little girl who was particularly shy, sitting alone in a corner of the hospital's playroom. She seemed withdrawn, her eyes cast down, as though burdened by thoughts she couldn't share. Emma guided Leo over to her, kneeling beside him as they approached the girl. Leo looked up at her with his gentle gaze, his purring soft and steady, inviting her to reach out. The girl hesitated, glancing up at Emma with uncertainty, but the kindness in Leo's eyes slowly eased her hesitation. She reached out with a tentative hand, and when her fingers touched Leo's fur, a small smile appeared on her face. Leo leaned in, pressing his head against her hand, and Emma watched as the girl's expression softened, her worries momentarily forgotten in the presence of her new friend. From that day forward, the girl would eagerly await Leo's visits, her spirits visibly lifting each time he entered the room. She began to open up to Emma and the hospital staff, sharing stories and finding comfort in Leo's quiet companionship. For Emma, witnessing this transformation was a reminder of why they had embarked on this journey together. Leo's gift was not just in bringing joy to others, but in helping them find strength within themselves, a strength they might not have known they had. Over time, Emma and Leo's bond grew even deeper. Each visit, each encounter with someone in need strengthened the love and trust they shared. Leo had once been a lonely soul, abandoned at a bus stop, but now he had a purpose, a family, and a future that extended far beyond what Emma had initially imagined. Together, they had created something beautiful, something that brought light and hope to the world around them. And though Leo's story had begun as a tale of loneliness, it had transformed into a message of resilience and love, a story that Emma knew would continue to inspire for years to come. In the quiet moments, as they sat together watching the sunset, Emma would often whisper words of gratitude to Leo, thanking him for the joy and purpose he had brought to her life. She knew that their journey was far from over. There were still people to meet, lives to touch, and memories to create. For Emma and Leo, each day was a new beginning, a chance to spread kindness, to offer hope, and to remind others of the power of love. As the years went by, Emma and Leo continued their work, bringing comfort and hope to countless people through the Leo Project. Leo became known as a true beacon of compassion, a gentle soul who had touched the lives of so many with his presence. His story, once one of abandonment and loneliness, had blossomed into a legacy of love and resilience that inspired everyone who heard it. Emma often reflected on the day she had found him alone at the bus stop, a small figure in a big city, waiting for someone to care. She marveled at how that single moment of kindness had transformed both of their lives, creating a journey filled with purpose, love, and joy. Leo had not only changed her life, but had also changed the lives of so many others, showing them the power of connection and the beauty of giving others a second chance. Leo's work continued to inspire even more people to get involved in the project. Volunteers joined from neighboring cities, offering their time and love to help spread the message of kindness that Leo embodied. Therapy animals trained through the Leo Project began visiting hospitals, schools, and care facilities throughout the region, each one carrying a piece of Leo's legacy forward, touching hearts just as he had done. One crisp autumn evening, Emma and Leo sat together by the window, watching the leaves fall as the sun dipped below the horizon. Leo curled up beside her, his purrs a gentle reminder of the peace they had found in each other's company. Emma stroked his fur, her heart filled with gratitude for the journey they had shared. She knew that, no matter what the future held, their bond would remain unbreakable, a testament to the love that had grown from a single act of kindness. As she looked at him, a smile spread across her face. She whispered, "Thank you, Leo, for everything. You've brought so much joy to this world." Leo looked up at her with his steady gaze, as if he understood every word, his eyes filled with the quiet wisdom that had guided them through their journey together. Their story had come full circle, from that lonely bus stop to a life filled with purpose, love, and a legacy that would live on. Leo had been left behind once, but he would never be forgotten. His life had become a message of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there was always a chance for light and love to find their way. If Leo's story touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share this video to inspire more stories of kindness and second chances.